Hey, how's it going? Happy Saturday, you guys. I just got out from seeing Hard Eyes. This movie was funny. It was funny. It made me laugh. I don't know what I'm surprised. I really am. I didn't know what to think. This is my first movie of 2025, and for some reason I wanted to go see this movie. Now, this movie was put on my radar by somebody at work, but I said, man, I didn't see I told him I was going to watch the trailer, but I never did watch the trailer. And so I forgot all about it. And then I happened to see that it was out this weekend. I said, oh, man, I said, Hard Eyes is out this weekend? I said, yeah. I said, man, I haven't been to a theater since, 2024, which is a month ago. Well, almost 2 months now. But anyway, I like this movie. I don't know what to think about this movie, because this movie acted like it knew exactly what it was doing. I mean, what I mean by that, it was like, oh, if you're into blood, guts, and gore, this movie is for you. I don't know if I'm gonna own this on 4K or not, but I don't know. This is a movie that you could possibly own, because I think it's rewatchable for me. It is my type of movie. There was parts in this movie that I was like, I can't believe they put all that in there. There was this part where they was in this van and they was hiding from this Hard Eyes killer, and these two was in the back. It was at a drive-in. Who goes to the drive-in? How many drive-ins are open? I know there's a few drive-ins left, but and then this dude was going around killing a bunch of people. I was like, man, there's a lot of people there, man. I know people. I mean, you walk around with a machete, but then it had some. To me, it reminded me of some Scream vibes, but not like Scream. It was nothing like Scream, but it's in that same area of Scream, or kind of like, I don't know. I like this movie, y'all. It was funny. It was entertaining, and I love when they make movies like this. I mean, they took chances with this movie, because it's basically a pretty clean movie. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. They didn't have anything in there, if you catch my drift. They didn't have anything in there. What else? I was getting ready to leave, and there was some said, you know what, why don't you hang in there a little bit and see if there's a cliffhanger. And it was no cliffhanger. It was kind of like a joke. Like, because when you make movies like this, you always think that, they had, this movie's Hard Eyes, they're going to come out with a Hard Eyes 2. But they could come out with a Hard Eyes 2, but the writers did a really, really good job with this. I was surprised. I was sitting in that theater going, man, that's pretty. There was a scene in there, though, man. It was like they was in this the police department, and boy, you walk in the police department these days, man, they got too much artillery in there. So, he was in there, he was in this place where it's a police place, and I'm like, man, I don't see how you can get away with killing that many people in there. But it didn't really show that. It just showed him killing a few people in that police department. But they were there at night. I don't know, man. Police departments are pretty, I don't know. That part was still funny, though. But it wasn't funny. But it was, I can't explain it. This movie is different. I really suggest you guys to go out and watch this movie. I liked it. It's unique. It's unique. It's very unique. It was a romantic comedy / horror / it had a little bit of everything in there, but it was a romantic comedy. I mean, it really was. But I don't know if it's a romantic comedy, but there was parts in there that made me laugh. But it had to do with these people that was this serial killer that was killing people on Valentine's Day, people that was in actual love. And obviously these two people are your main protagonists in the movie. Both of them happen to be single, but they played off each other real well. I was just, oh, it was funny to me. There was some moments in there. I was like, now, man, come on, man. You wouldn't be doing that at this time. They didn't do anything. Man. I don't know. I like this movie, y'all. I do. Man, this movie was... It's almost like they was like, you know what? We're just going to go for it. You know? It's almost like the producers and everybody that was in it just say, you know what? We're going to go for it, man. Because those parts, I thought this movie was over. I really thought this movie was over. I was like, all right, man, that's cool. I guess that's cool. I said, dang, what a way to wrap it up. I said to myself, I said, man, they wrapped this up real well. Then they didn't wrap it up. I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, man, you got to be kidding. And then when the climax came, I was like, and then the girl was like, who are you? She was like, he goes, I'm so-and-so. She goes, I don't remember. And then he was like thinking that she was going to be in shock when he revealed himself who he was. And then obviously Hard Eyes had an accomplice, and it was a chick. And I guess they get off on killing people on Valentine's Day, and it had something to do with St. Vince, had something to do with some old... The climax was in a church, and these two happened to get married in the church, so the killers. And then there was a third person involved, but they were, you have to watch the movie. You really have to watch the movie. I'm telling you, this movie is I said to myself, I'm really enjoying myself. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed myself. I got out of the house today, man. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna stop at the store. I'm gonna drop some stuff off Goodwill. I'm gonna go to the store, get me a couple things. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna go home and work out. But man, I said, man, this is my first movie. You know, a 2025, man. Yeah, I was like, man, it's February 9th, I believe. February 9th of 2025, and I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed this movie. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in my truck. If y'all hear the engine running, it's because I'm in my truck. But, man, what else was I gonna say? If you like some blood, guts, and gore, it got it in there. There was a part in there, man, when I was sitting there going, oh, man, I ain't gonna watch that. I did. I put my head down, man, because I'm a slasher guy, but if you go too hardcore, I gotta put my head down, man. I was like, nah, man, I can't deal with that. There was a part in there that was just too much for me, and I was like, but there's people that loves blood, guts, and gore, and this got it. This got some blood, guts, and gore. There was some parts in there that made me chuckle, though. The last time I felt like this with a movie was Abigail. Abigail made me chuckle. You know, actually, Abigail made me laugh, but I enjoyed Abigail. I had to put this in the Abigail department. You know, even though Abigail was a vampire, a little vampire chick, ballerina vampire chick, but these two was not together. But something made these people who thought they really went after people who were really, really in love, and they killed them. And so they did something which made these people, because they scanned to see who was really, really, I know it sounds stupid, don't it? They really scanned to see who's really, really in love. And then that's the people that they go kill for some reason. But you have to watch the movie. I mean, you really have to watch this movie, man. I'm telling you. My movie, first 2025. This is my first movie, 2025, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a Saturday matinee. Guess how many people was in that theater? I went to 11:20. I got there exactly 11:20. You know why? Because they got all them daggone trailers. You ain't got to never worry about being late when you go to. If you go to 11:20, you get there 11:30. You ain't got to worry. You ain't gonna miss the theater. You ain't gonna miss the show, because they got all them trailers. But I don't know, you guys. I was trying to think of anything else I said. And the drive-in part got me, because I'm sitting there going, I know there's some drive-ins that are still around. You know, I miss drive-ins. I used to go to drive-ins a lot. I remember one time I went to drive-in with this girl, man. Well, she was my first love. We watched a little bit of the movie. You know what I'm saying? We watched a little bit of the movie. Well, I was in love with that girl. I was in love with a lot of girls, though. But anyway, they were in a drive-in, and the climax of the movie was in the drive-in, and then the movie ends in a drive-in. But I think they need to bring drive-ins back. To tell you the truth, build like a really nice drive-in. You know, not a bunch, just a lot. You got to drive like, you know, way out to go to these drive-ins and nice areas and stuff. I really do. I think drive-ins should come back. Drive-ins would have made a lot of money back in the COVID days, but I'm not sure if it would or not, but I'm just saying. But anyway, Hard Eyes, you guys. I love this movie. It's a little bit of, it's a slasher. The characters and all the people in this was just, everybody in here was good. Everybody had their place. Everybody did a good job. I didn't, you know, I ain't gonna lie though. I did nod off one time. Because I said to myself while I was in that theater, I said, now if I doze off, you know what dozing off means? That means you go like this. Man, I was in the theater and there was this part where they was in the cop place. And they were interrogating that guy because they thought that he killed, they thought that guy, that the two main protagonist people, main stars, well, Hard Eyes was after them before and they got away, and then he knocked this guy out, was one of the main guys, because that guy that was in this movie was also in The Last Scream. Good looking guy. I can't figure out where that girl's from though, because she was a cutie too. I mean, she wasn't like no drop dead gorgeous chick, but she had a little, you know, little aura thing going on, you know what I'm saying? Kind of wholesome chick, man, you know what I'm saying? She's one of those chicks you would, you know, she had a girlfriend that was her best friend. I guess she had some sugar daddy dude, you know. She was in the movie. I think she was a Hispanic chick, but she was good too. She had a part in there at the end that was kind of funny. But I was like, huh? Because I was getting ready to walk out the theater, and then I was like, well, maybe you know how these movies are now. They always got this ending, and then they always come up with something. Sure enough, I was getting ready to walk out the door, and I turned around and looked. I said, oh, what the? And then, you know. But I can rant and rave about this movie, but yeah, like I said, if you want to be entertained, if you want to go out and have some fun, if you're not going to go out and you're going to go out, look, if you're going to go out to movies and you're going to go out and nitpick and be some angry couple or some angry person that wants to watch a movie, stay home, grab you a pizza, get you a six-pack, and just sit back and just cuss at the walls. Because this movie for me was okay, you know. But, you know, you're going to have these people that's going to go out and they're going to try to slice and dice and nitpick and everything. Does this movie make sense? No. Is this a movie about serial killers, slashers out there killing people that are in love? And they scan out these people that they know that is in love, that they really know that they're in love. And for some reason, they feel the love. So those are the ones that they kill. They can look at a lot of people. There were parts in there though, man. He was a drive-in, man, and he was just stabbing people, slicing their heads, and here's one guy. He stabbed him with a machete. It was like a long blade, man. He stabbed him, I think, in his penis, and kind of like cut him upwards. I was like, boy, that'd be painful, you know. Like, man, I think he ended up cutting his head off or something. You know what? I'm done. If you want to watch a movie and you want to be entertained, I said entertained, and you want to laugh a little bit, you don't want to take nothing too serious, then go out and watch this movie. So I think it's worthy to go out and see. And I think this is worth buying on Blu-ray and DVD and 4K, you know, because I like to collect physical copies. And I think I would probably put this in my collection, or I might put it in my digital. Either way, you can put it in your digital library or you can put it in your physical library. God bless. Take care and be safe out there. We'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.